Hey guys, what is up? This is Mr. A Crizzy here, and welcome back to another movie review. Today's movie review is going to be on a really old movie I actually remember watching when I was in private school years ago, back in between 2017 and 2018 when I first watched this movie at private school, and that is going to be on The Man in the Iron Mask. Yep, The Man in the Iron Mask is written and directed by Randall Wallace and stars Leonardo DiCaprio, John Malkovich, Jeremy Irons, and yeah. So the story of The Man in the Iron Mask is about this. It's about a former musketeer named Athos, or Athos, whatever you want to pronounce his name, but yeah, the former musketeer himself swears vengeance after King Louis causes the death of his son, summoning his old comrades Porthos and Aramis. He hatches a plan to liberate a shackled prisoner rumored to be the king's twin brother, and then install him on the throne. But the three musketeers must also contend with their old friend, his name is basically D'Artagnan, whatever you want to pronounce his name. My apologies. So. And of course they have to who has remained in the king's service, their old friend who has remained in the king's service, and yeah. So that's pretty much the basic story of The Man in the Iron Mask, because it's kind of almost like a tie-in with the Three Musketeers, of course, like the story of the Three Musketeers that ties in with The Man in the Iron Mask. So yeah. So. Like I said, I actually watched this movie years ago, back when I was in private school from 2016 to 2018. Because I think from what I remember, I think I first watched this movie in private school back in during maybe early 2018, from what I remember, during my private school years. But yeah, I actually watched this movie before at my local private school, and despite the mixed to negative reviews from critics, that gave this movie 32% of critics who gave this film positive reviews, I personally thought that this movie was actually not that bad. I actually thought it was a pretty decent movie. Yeah, because I think from when I first watched it, I didn't really mind it much, and so and now that I'm reviewing it here on YouTube, I gotta say it's a decent movie. That's what I'll say. It's pretty good and decent at the same time, and it's not even that bad, and plus Randall Wallace, who's the screenwriter and director of The Man in the Iron Mask, he also wrote the Mel Gibson film Braveheart. Yeah, Braveheart, that came out in 1995, while The Man in the Iron Mask came out in 1998. But yeah, the story itself plays out as a medieval film, of course, And I gotta say, the performances in this movie, I bet were pretty good. And I gotta say, Leonardo DiCaprio is still a very talented, awesome actor. He's been in a lot of great movies, and his performance here was pretty good. And John Malkovich was good in the film, and Jeremy Irons, he was also very good in the film too. And yeah, so. Yeah, the performances, because I think when it comes to the story of The Man in the Iron Mask, which is a story that blends in with the Three Musketeers, I can definitely see where they're going for here, and the fact that this movie was actually released by both MGM and United Artists, I gotta say this is pretty much one of MGM's most decent films. But yeah, and probably another one of United Artists' most decent films that they release, from United Artists. And Randall Wallace, I gotta say, Randall Wallace did a pretty decent job directing and writing this film. And yeah, and plus the movie is also currently streaming for free with advertisements on YouTube, while at the same time it's on Pluto TV and the Roku channel, and I think it's on Tubi for free as well. So yeah. But I know I've already watched it with my private school class many years ago, back in I already said it, so no need to say it again. So yeah. So overall, The Man in the Iron Mask was a pretty decent movie, a good and decent movie at the same time. It's The best way I would describe The Man in the Iron Mask is just a pretty good movie. So overall, Man in the Iron Mask was a pretty good movie from 1998, and I'm gonna give The Man in the Iron Mask 3.5 out of 5 stars. So if you like medieval films and if you haven't seen The Man in the Iron Mask yet, then I say give this movie a watch. But if you've seen it before, and maybe if it's worth a rewatch, if it needs a rewatch, then feel free to rewatch it if you want. If you want to check it out again, then feel free to do so. And there you have it, guys. That's my movie review on The Man in the Iron Mask. And that's going to be it for this movie review. So with that being said, make sure to give this movie review a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. And as always, thanks for watching. And until next time, this is Mr. A. Crizzy saying, goodbye everybody, and that's about it.